Hello everyone and welcome back to the third series of today in the EGF Biggest Invitational. Today we have Providence College playing against Butler University. Once again, I'm Navik and today I'm joined by Hunted.
I'm really looking forward to this one. Providence, we just saw them come off a really close 5-game series against Georgetown. Now they go up against a team in Butler who, granted, they came off a pretty tough loss to Seton Hall just moments ago as well. So both teams, pretty similar situations, sitting at 1-1, wanting to win, wanting to get out of groups.
Yeah, no, again, all of these teams are playing against each other. Not all of the games are being streamed, of course. So as these games are playing, other games are being played in the background. So we will try and keep you updated with when we get those results as well. But coming in here, like you said, one of these teams just came off a win. Of course, that being Providence. And Butler coming off of a 3-0 loss. Which being the first loss, and oh, okay, a good attempt here by Butler. I was going to say, being their first loss or series loss of the entire season.
That can be quite devastating. We'll see how they respond here. They're already starting off well as Webbs gets the touch and the goal. Great pass out in front. That's a 1-0 game for Butler.
Yeah, Webb's doing a good job here. He's been known throughout the season to get in these nice, just bounce goals. You just chip him in. And coming in already now with Butler. One lead, not even a minute into the round.
These teams, they did meet during the regular season. Butler ended up 3-0ing Providence in that. And it doesn't seem as though many of the games were very close. A couple of high-scoring games for Butler as we've come to expect from them, I should say. Certainly a goal-scoring team at heart, and we'll see if they can continue that in game number 1 of this best-of-5 between these squads. As Gamaliel, what a shot! We're tied up at 1.
Yeah, now 1-1. That was a lovely shot from Gamaliel, right? He stole that away, positioned himself, and committed to that goal.
It's just no hesitation from him either. Gets that initial touch, sees the opportunity, and he just absolutely went for it, made the most of it, and we're tied up at 1. If Providence could pull off more plays like that, then they could certainly give Butler a run for their money.
Yeah, and I mean, giving Butler a run for their money is definitely what you want when you're 7th seed playing against 1st seed, right? Competing on level with that. Really, really good situation to be in. We see another good pressure coming out from Providence College once again.
Can Webbs make something work here? Not quite. Sammy along the goal line there to make the play. Gamaliel unable to make that touch. Webbs takes it away from Steven, but Zombieburger's there. Good play from Sammy to find the clear. And we've talked a whole lot about Webbs and Steven throughout the day. One player we haven't really mentioned too much has to be Zombieburger for this Butler squad. He's kind of that traditional support player, right? Always a third man in, always the guy that is there on the defensive side, trying to make things happen out in front for his teammates to knock home. And it's such an important yet overlooked role in Rocket League.
Yeah, I think, and I think that is one of those things, right? It's similar in other games where, because you don't have a dedicated support class or something that defines the role, support players don't tend to get as much recognition. But there is a lot of smart plays coming out because you're always in the bank. You have constant vision of where your opposition is, and you're making these defensive rotations to support your team and get good clears.
Especially the passing plays and what have you as well. Zombieburger has been up in that action quite a bit as here he is now trying to challenge Gamaliel. Gamma will win the challenge that time. As we continue to play on 1-1. 2 minutes to go. Sammy bombs it way up high. Webb's great touch off the back wall takes that shot away from Sammy.
And now we see an opportunity once again. A good managing to get it past one of the defenders by Steven. Bit of a pinch coming out from Cardona. Sammy in the air, steals it away. His teammates rotating. Zombieburger in there. Gamaliel a shot onto goal. Steven is going to clear it away. Again, Webb setting up, doesn't find the touch. Cardona slowing it down. Sammy and Webb's fighting over it. Webb's missing it. Steven once again on the ball.
Zombieburger having to hustle back in rotation there. Webb's taking that away from Sammy, and Sammy has certainly been playing with a lot of confidence throughout the day. Nearly had an opportunity there. So it will be Sammy to collect on the goal line yet again. Can't get by Zombie Burger. Smart challenge. We'll keep the ball in the blue zone with a minute left. We're still tied up at 1, and it's getting to the point where this next goal could be the decider.
Yeah, we might be seeing overtime for the first time today.
Certainly could see that overtime. Can be elusive sometimes in Rocket League, and then you have series where every game goes to overtime for whatever reason. But yeah, still 35 seconds left to go. Still a 1-1 game, and you can see the team starting to settle into this the defensive style. Nobody wants to make that mistake.
No, nobody wants to slip into that, give their opponents opportunity, because again, if you let your opposition take shot after shot at you, eventually they are going to score.
As the final 12 seconds tick down on the clock. Webbs with a challenge. This could be Steven. One final opportunity. Gets the ground pinch. Was looking for Webbs through mid, but it's Cardona. Now Zombie into the blue zone. Webbs has Steven, but Steven not going to be able to get there in time.
Ladies and
gentlemen, we are in overtime.
We are entering overtime for the first time today as we get into this kickoff. Both of the players, they're completely committing a good clear coming out from Steven G. Steven's just going for it. Gamaliel with the save hunted.
Oh, this is an opportunity. Webbs is there, but Gamma is as well. Oh, he gets the second touch. Are you kidding me? Game 1 victory for Butler off a bouncing shot from Webbs.
14 seconds into overtime. That was decided rather quickly, as game 1, as you said, is going to be going to Butler University.
Wow. Gamaliel made a great play there as well, and it's got to be frustrating when you come off that back wall, make a great save, only to see it bounce into your opponent and into your net. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's part of Rocket League.
It is, and it happens sometimes, but I do want to touch up on the stats a little bit, right? With Webbs' 8 shots and 2 goals, it really goes to show that Providence were putting up a really, really good defense, right? They managed to get an early goal, and then they just played it out, and if they managed to just keep that going for a while, eventually they might have been able to get the breakaway shot and even it out, but unfortunately for them, Webbs got a unbelievable tiebreaker goal in that overtime. And, yeah, I mean, that was a very close game. I'm really excited going into the next round.
Yeah, game number 1 does go in favor of Butler, who is a team we would expect to take the victory in the series. So for them to have, I wouldn't say Butler was shaky. They definitely played well. They had a lot of offensive opportunities, not a lot of goals. But if you are this Butler team, you know, going into overtime in game 1 is probably not something you want to do.
No, probably not. But at the same time, if you're Providence, going into overtime in game 1, you are feeling fantastic, even if you lost the game.
That's certainly some confidence for the side of Providence, and they're going to try to turn that into an early goal here in game number 2. However, it is Webbs to follow up the touch. Gamaliel cutting across the top side of the box as now Steven G back into the corner. Ooh, close call there. Nobody lurking in front, or that could have been a quick shot for Butler.
Shot for Butler was a good opportunity, as we now see a opportunity for Butler once again. Webbs trying to get it past him. Sammy clearing it away. A good touch coming out from Zombie Burger, but actually, the momentum seems to have shifted a little bit. We're going to see Webbs trying to get a big clear here. He did get the boost. He's going to try and go the whole way with it, but Sammy in the defense, the contest was almost so smart, but it hit the crossbar.
Yeah, it's so close from Webbs, trying to do everything himself. This one's going to be sent towards the net. Great demo by Zombie Burger. Bounces up high. Webbs just high on the shot. Zombie is there. He scores. 1-0 for Butler.
Yeah, 1-0 is definitely a good position to be in, considering Butler almost lost game 1. They need to start applying the pressure here. They can't lose 2 series in a row, can they?
No, certainly not if you're Butler. I mean, coming into this as the top seed, there's some expectations certainly to have a good tournament, to make it out of that group. And if you drop down to 1 and 2, that becomes much more difficult as Sammy bounces that in front. Great touch from Zombie Burger. He'll pick up his second of the game, and Butler, they get rolling.
Yeah, no, that's going to be 2 goals up now. They're starting to get a bit more of a lead, applying that Butler pressure that they're known for so well. And if they can just keep this coming goal after goal, we might be seeing them take goal number 200.
Certainly have that momentum as Gamaliel out in front. Cardona will respond. So we're back to a 2-1 game now with 3:32 left.
Yeah, I mean, that's plenty of time for Providence to strike back. I mean, finding that goal very, very quickly in retort, it's almost like we didn't even see Butler's 2-0 lead.
No, certainly a great response from Providence off that kickoff. Can they do it again? Webbs won't give them the opportunity. So he's trying to play this out towards Steven. Nice challenge there by Sammy. Keeps it away from the front of the goal. However, Webbs certainly a player that has shown the mechanical brilliance early on in this tournament here, has Webbs. Somebody you always have to keep your eye on wherever he is on the pitch. Can always make something happen.
Yeah, Webbs, and that's been the same case throughout the tournament. He's always been a bit of a wild card, right? He's made the weird and funky shots work for him quite a bit. To the point where the first few times you see it, he's like, okay, he got quite lucky. But Gamaliel looking for a good opportunity here. Webbs managing to just push it away from him. That was looking very nerve-wracking.
Here's Gamaliel again. Had an opportunity to shoot, opted for the corner play. Now we'll try to turn on this ball, and it has certainly been a duel between these two, the two offenses. You have Cardona and Gamaliel and Steven and Webbs for Butler. But, you know, I like this kind of offensive clash that we have going on. You can see the players are making solid solo efforts. But really it's coming down to who has that better kind of solid defense. When these two offenses, they get rolling, they can be quite scary.
Yeah, 2 minutes left onto the clock. Providence still down a goal, and currently the momentum is in Butler's favor. Cardona here needs to get a good attempt, and he manages to get it past one of the defenders. Gamaliel bumping it over him, back to Cardona. Cardona gets a hit, gets it past Zombieburger, centers it up, but there's no follow-up. Gamaliel just isn't there in time, and Sammy was too far out in defense just in case they got a big clear.
Yeah, actually, Sammy also had gotten demoed on the backside way before that play started by Steven. It looked like Steven was actually a little bit too far forward, but it ended up paying off as Sammy wasn't able to get up in time to make that play. So some aggressive plays on both halves have really kind of thrown this game for a loop. It's still a 2-1 game for Butler, but Providence, they're battling back quite strong.
Yeah, Providence are not going to give an inch at the moment, right? They are trying to make this happen. They want to take a round off of Butler. Butler with a good shot attempt there. Sammy, once again, though, in that defensive position. And I think we talk a lot about Webbs, right? But I feel like Sammy is the Webbs of Providence. Sammy's made some really good things happen, some really good setups as well. Whilst also, in this game in particular, though, playing in that defensive role.
Yeah, 2 saves for Sammy. Might have to make another one here. Actually, it's going to be Gamaliel to make the play. Webbs the follow-up. Sammy doesn't get there. It's a 3-1 game for Butler with only 40 seconds left.
Yeah, 40 seconds, 2 goals up. That's absolutely phenomenal for Butler. Sammy had a good attempt there. I liked it, but it just didn't quite make it.
Goal line defense failing Providence, unfortunately, now, and they've got 2 goals to score and only 35 seconds to score them. Sammy wants to get into the offensive zone. Here's Gamma. He's not going to be able to make the touch. It's going to bounce down for Webbs to find a clear. Steven waiting for a pass through mid. There's Zombie doing his diligence on defense, finds the clear, and time is still ticking down. 17 seconds left to go. Steven, a slight bump into the blue zone. Can he keep the ball in? Sammy's going to get demoed. Webbs gets bumped by Zombieburger. Gamaliel, can this one fall towards the net fast enough? Cardona won't get there, and that's going to do it for Game 2.
In Game 2 going towards Butler, putting them up 2-0 in this best-of-5 series. Next game will be a match point situation. Can Providence figure out the answer and tie it out and manage to get the reverse sweep? Or are we going to see Butler taking this?
Butler certainly has the momentum heading into the next game. They won Game 1, 2-1 in overtime. This time it was a 3-1 victory for them. And again, they keep things rolling. It doesn't look like they are letting that loss to Seton Hall get to them.
No, it's definitely not seeming to happen at the moment. Butler playing really, really strong as per usual. And it's just a matter of fact, right? Sometimes you have a bad game, sometimes you lose. The big thing about it is you can't let it bring you down.
Well, it looks like game number 3 just about ready to get underway. Providence cannot drop this one if they want an opportunity to take down Butler here. But we've seen Butler in this situation before, and they know how to close out a series.
Yeah, and they have managed to close out plenty of series throughout the regular season as Steven gets past the Webbs. Webbs taking a shot on to go, hits the crossbar. That was looking like an incredible start for Butler.
Tough kickoff play for Providence there as well. Gets a bit lucky with that shot going just high. Gamaliel nearly gets the double touch off the back wall. It will be Sammy into the corner. Great touch. Zombie Burger again. So it will be Gamaliel to keep things going. And I like this pressure early on for Providence.
Yeah, this is looking good for Providence. They're applying some pressure. They're keeping it in the corner. They're looking to get a good center. A bit of a off-jointed wide waterfall, but it almost occurred. Now we're seeing a lot of momentum back into Butler, though, and Butler's going to find it. Goal number 1 just like that.
Yeah, we liked the pressure from Providence, but you can't double commit in the way that they did on that near miss shot. It left Sammy all alone, and that pass hard off the back wall gave Sammy all kinds of troubles. There will be Webbs to knock it home. 1-0 for Butler. Providence need to clean up their offense.
Yeah, Webbs now getting a good pinch, passing it to Zombie Burger. Zombie Burger getting it over, looking to recenter it for Steven, but doesn't get the touch. Steven getting a shot on to go. Passes one of the defenders, doesn't pass Sammy though.
It's a good touch from Webbs out in front. Zombie Burger will take the ball away from Sammy as well. And now with 3:52 left to go, there's Steven trying to get the touch there from Webbs. Nearly combined for a great play, but unfortunately, now here comes Providence the other way. Back down in front. Sammy unable to make the touch. Cardona tried to get by Webbs, but the defense was there. Great pass to Steven trying to take the shot.
The save
made by Gamaliel, and it's still a 1-0 game.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great save coming out from Gamaliel. Again, that was looking... That was a on-the-line save. That was incredibly close.
Great positioning from Gamaliel to keep it a 1-0 game. 3:10 left to go. Good pinch along the mid wall. There's Webbs by Sammy. Hard shot gives Cardona all kinds of trouble, and it goes over top for a 2-0 game.
Yeah, and now having a 2-up game, 3 minutes into it. I mean, this is looking good for Butler, right? Butler's just trying to close out their series, get a clean 3-0 and move on to the next one, or give them more time for a break.
Yeah, I think they don't want to mess around with any of these teams. Would love 3-0s, move on, but here's Providence battling back. Another little bouncing pass out in front, and Sammy capitalizes.
Yeah, that is going to be a 1-goal difference now. 3 minutes in, it's completely possible for Providence to manage to get another goal and kind of run away with this. I would be very excited to see it go into overtime once again.
Webbs pinch towards the net. He's already got 2 in this game. 4 shots for him. Steven has 2 shots. No goals as of yet. Zombie Burger with an assist. So that'll be a round out in front. Zombie Burger gets there, but not in time to knock it on goal. And now Gamaliel and Sammy, 2-on-1 against Webbs. They actually trip each other up. Gamaliel unable to find the touch. That was a great opportunity from Providence, but some miscommunication hampers them a bit there.
A bad pull out there. I'm unsure. Steven looking to try and get it. Gamaliel here running it down. Webbs and Zombie Burger. We don't see many frequent double commits coming out from Butler, but at the moment they really didn't want Gamaliel to get that corner.
That's a great pass. Nearly found Webbs. Zombie Burger's been looking for those all day long. Almost found Webbs in transition there. Will be Zombie Burger to get the clear. Can he get the double touch? No, the ball's just a bit too low. It is 2-1 now. Still a minute 50 left to go, but the Providence, they've been on the back foot for about the last minute or so, and it just feels like Butler within striking distance now.
Yeah, all Butler needs to do is not let Providence score for another minute and a half, which is easier said than done in all fairness.
Yes. Absolutely. The 2-1 scoring line certainly not in the bag yet for Butler. Minute 20 left to go. It's going to bounce around in front. Sammy tries to get creative against Steven. It bounces towards Gamaliel. Zombieburger in good defensive positioning to make the play. Final 70 seconds on the clock. Providence now starting to ramp up on offense.
Yeah, now, oh, okay, an attempt made on 2-goal by Gamaliel. Steven, once again, in defense. The defensive rotation from Butler really working out for them. They are not even giving them an inch of a chance to leave that goal open as Webbs is in it. Webbs now clearing it. That's going to be 3 or 1 save for all 3 of the Butler players in probably this past, what, minute?
Yeah, it certainly has been a Providence possession here for, yeah, I would say about the last minute and a half. Providence has done well to try to equalize things, but they can't get the ball in. 30 seconds, all that remains here in game number 3. Sammy tried to get the demo onto Steven, just arriving a bit too late. Cardona keeps it in. Gamaliel's there, he scores! We're tied at 2 with 20 seconds left.
You know how I said I'd be very excited to see this to go into overtime once again?
Well, hey, you don't be 20 seconds too soon with
I'm going to say, my follow was going to be, I'm not going to say that it's happening because somebody's about to score a kickoff goal. I bet you if I do. But it's getting closer. Oh, is this the kickoff goal? Webb's here getting a great opportunity to get it past 1. Gamaliel managing to find the save. Steven recentering it. Zombieburger flying in, doesn't get the double tap.
No, but the ball's still out in front. Zombie pops it up for Webbs. Gamaliel's there, able to make the challenge. It'll bounce down in front. We are into overtime.
Okay, I didn't curse it.
That was the longest 20 seconds of your casting career, my friend.
It was indeed. Now, can we see this overtime go longer than 16 seconds? And will Providence be able to find it? Oh, Gamaliel getting the save. I was having flashbacks.
Great save from Gamaliel, and we are now beyond that 16-second mark. Providence has to score the next goal if they want to stay alive in the series. But if Butler can knock it home, it will be a 3-game sweep for them as Sammy plays it out of his own zone. Steven tries to keep it in. Gamaliel looking for Sammy to deflect it on goal. Back and forth we go as there's Webbs. Solid cut of the pass. He's going to take this one to the half wall. Gamaliel not able to make the play. How does Webbs do this? He gets around the first defender, but Sammy's there making the touch and a double commit there, able to clear it away.
Yeah, there's the double commit, only managing just to get it into the corner, though. Steven gets it past 55 seconds. Butler University is going to take the series. That clear just wasn't good enough on it, and we said it when we were watching Butler play against Georgetown. If they don't get good clears, Butler capitalizes on it and gets those goals.
Absolutely, and it's Steven to end the game. Solid shot from him to put that in the back of the net. The only goal that he scored in this game is only one needed by Butler, but what a great play there. And I'm very surprised. I wish we could go back and watch that replay again, but from Sammy's perspective, because it didn't look terribly threatening from Steven on net. Sammy just couldn't get there in time.
No, unfortunately, he wasn't able to find it. But we will, ladies and gentlemen, be hopping in to, I'd say a quick break, but this is going to be our mid-broadcast, mid-stream break as we take a little break. I said break so many times in that sentence. Oh dear, all the casting is going to me, but we are going to be, I have to say break again. We are going to be cutting to a break very, very soon now, and we will see you for our next game when we get to see Seton Hall play against Providence College. We'll see you then.